Prioritize something like a Renekton or a Gnar or something, but I think in this situation you want to just save the counter pick for Khan. He's a guy that can carry the top side. I think he needs to put pressure on Kana and not just allow him to roam around the map and do whatever he wants and pressure Canyon, as was part of the reason that Canyon did fall behind early on in the top side of the jungle. So what is going to be the choice here for Kana as a safe pick in the top side? Will they just go for that Gnar that we have been seeing? Obviously, it's a pretty nice team fight option to go along with their team fight oriented combo.
Capitalize on as Khan, he's going to move on over. He does have the cannon barrage, remember, as the redemption does go off, giving them all the information. There's Keria going through the Gnar ult into the wall, is only going to land onto Canyon as, collateral damage is massive. Ghost dives into the backline. The Gnar is going to die first, but it's a double kill for Khan. This is a disaster, but the other side, as Damwon Kia get a 3-for-1.
That was pretty massive. Beryl ending up getting the engage we were looking for in game number 1. He shows us why his Alistar cannot be underestimated, and T1 don't even get the objective here, so a massive swing gonna go in favor of Damwon Kia. A fantastic engage. It was kind of funny to watch Ghost get into the backline, and then he's like, wait, I'm here over the wall by myself, alone. You know, if the fight did not, because Keria moves forward and kind of forces this engage, it's kind of half in, half out. It's not really fully engaged upon there from T1, and then they just get flashed on by the Alistar, and there wasn't much escape. Ghost, very sad up against the wall there. His flash was about 20 seconds away from getting off a cooldown from what I remember. We stopped the Rift Herald push. Yes, we lose our mid turret, but it had about 200 health. Anyway, Faker's in an awesome spot here.
Yeah, Ghost just going to get Emperor's Divided. Has to flash to get himself out. Keria looks a little bit silly as he jumps down on top of nothing, but Faker sending a message that is well heard by Ghost, having to flash away.
Yeah, and this is the thing. Like, this is why I don't want you to count out T1 if you're a guy in the chat and you're like, oh, Damwon have got this. Because they certainly do have a couple of carries, and they're really feeling it today. You can tell. Even Faker looked good in game 1, even though he did get ganked that one time. Still looks on point, and as a team I think that T1 are really rolling pretty well right now, so you got to give them credit. They still have a couple of fed carries, and we'll take another look at this.
Just stands there. I mean, I think that was also auto attack range, so maybe it's just that.
Monka W.
Things as Beryl says, well, this is not actually where I want to be. And Canyon loses half of his health bar from one Q out of Faker. Khan now fighting up against Kana. Mega Gnar is going to come in, and the shield bow. Can it actually turn this? The shield was so valuable, and Kana, unfortunately, just not able to do enough damage. A bit of a silly idea, but he was closer than I think a lot would have expected.
Yeah, I think you're right. A bit of a silly idea. We'll have to see how that started. You know, did Khan wait in the brush and maybe bait Kana into a fight or catch him by surprise? Because, again, I said Kana is okay to sit and accept wait. You know, I think they need some more time. I don't think going for these Barons is a good idea, even though they have so much Baron damage. Oh, ShowMaker!
What? Silencing the haters here this game. As Faker just does a few fancy moves, flashes his way out. He will survive, but the rest of his team won't be so lucky.
Oh, man. We're going to have to look at the replay on that one. ShowMaker just... Oh, that is massive. He steals it right from underneath T1 and off of the Baron, so he blew his ultimate before the fight even started. So there were so many things, and I think the communication, the call should have been, okay, you know, we lost the Baron or we got the Baron, let's back away. But instead it was, you know...
1,000 gold lead. And Khan doesn't have to be there to be threatening. He's now just going to await the Cloud Soul as Cannon Barrage will come down and deal with this minion wave. Two-man pulverize is good. Faker has to go golden to keep himself okay, but he's not. ShowMaker going to finish off the kill. The Dragon going to fall down in the meantime. The headbutt goes over. Cannon gets a Gnar off, but it's not exactly what they want. But the cow will still fall. Samira going to try and lock down that kill, but it's not before Ghost can get a Q off and take him down. As now Canyon trying to keep them in his jungle. ShowMaker picking them off like fish in a barrel. And now Khan finally gets himself in here. LM desperately trying to get away, but of course, ShowMaker lands a blind bubble and then pops in with the paddle star. All too easy as Khan, okay, going for a little bit of a 1v1, but instead he's going to invite his friends, doesn't want to take the risk, as that's going to be the ace. And I have a feeling we're going to go straight to that game number 3.
I think we're looking at it. It's pretty insane lead now to the side of Damwon Kia. 11,000 gold in the lead. I kind of like the idea, you know, T1, they took their chance. They didn't just sit here and bleed out. Now, they could have defended pretty well with the Azir, but instead they get aggressive. It's fantastic engage from Beryl, catches the two of them. Faker with no flash at this point. I don't think he should have been up that far. He gets caught out. This ult from Kana a little bit early, you could see that even after that, they have so much damage, but the fact that Gumayusi eventually dies to Ghost means that they lose a lot of that damage, and eventually they do all just get hunted down. So it was pretty cute. I like the skirmish.
And it is really difficult to deal with. There's the Justice Punch to avoid dying as Khan has to flash. And then the follow from Faker, but Khan,
they get him.
Still alive. The shield bow did a lot of work. Some low health bars as in dives Ghost. Now flashing away. They're trying to play the smoke and mirrors as Faker falls towards the top side to another paddle star. Carrier might just need to try and get out of this one as Canyon is going to wipe the floor with him. And unfortunately for T1, Damwon's wallets are too heavy and they're going to be able to take them down. Another ace. And another trip down the mid lane, this time to try and finish the game.
We're going to a game number 3. That's what happens after that teamfight victory. They get the gangplank, but they lose everything else. As at this point, like I said, everything else on the side of Damwon Kia just came online just on time to give them the victory in this one.
Yep, that is Khan's first death. He will remain in the death chamber as this Nexus is going to fall down, and Damwon Kia, our world champions, will answer back after a disappointing Game 1 with a Game 2 victory. That is the Damwon I think everyone was expecting to see show up, and it was off the back of Khan and a fantastic gangplank performance. That last pick really paying off.
Yeah, you know, you had total faith in it right from the get-go. You were calling for the gangplank. You're like,